From concept to craze, the untold success of Pokémon. Hey you! Yes, you. Don't you remember cherishing Pokémon's world all day long? The little tiny bright yellow Pikachu with cute puppy eyes and a young boy, aren't those people part of your childhood? No? Don't get me wrong, I'm not triggering your early days, but once again taking you to the immense fantasy land of Pokémon and its sparkles. Yeah, you guessed it right, because who doesn't love Pokémon? The video games, the playing cards, the anime secrets, the rockin' soundtracks and whatnot, the success of Pokémon is across and beyond our imagination. This is undoubtedly the #1 entertainment franchise with the most versatility ever launched worldwide. So without fussing any further, get ready to dive once again into the ultimate world of Pokémon. Who born the Pokémon? Can you come up with a groundbreaking idea while collecting insects? Yes, insects, the tiny creatures that sometimes feel lousy. It may sound weird or strange, but who can do anything when this is the freaking genuine story of creation? You know what? Satoshi Tajiri and Ken Sugimori were the first men to give this fantasy boy a life in anime, games, music, films, and every single sector of the entertainment industry. Once in childhood, Satoshi was wandering freely and collecting different insects from the floor. And suddenly, an idea sparked in his mind, which was related to a boy with a pet. And this is where the Pokémon comes in. He was truly fascinated with insects, so he was sure that something like insect specimens would catch the hype. He didn't keep his idea inside his head, but made it public with complete confidence. The seed his brain grew was got by the video game designer Ken Sugimori, who was a Japanese video game artist. Both these people started working on the project as they were sure something related to insect specimens would be a fascinating concept for video games. It was the beginning of their oh-so-exciting franchise, and without a lie, it received much appreciation and praised worldwide. Both Japanese boys first released the games Pocket Monsters Green and Pocket Monsters Red within the company Game Freak Tajiri co-founded. Later on, these playing games were introduced outside of Japan with the name Pokémon instead of Pocket Monsters. Yeah, this was when Pokémon's name got worth it hype around the world. The game's merchandising was in full swing when the creators of Pokémon thought to make it more versatile with more exciting options for gaming. Hence, in the last trimester of 1996, the Pokémon trading card game was introduced with very innovative concepts. The playing cards allowed players to collect and fight with virtual cards with more different Pokémon characters. Later, it was March 1997. The company was enticed to grow further in the gaming sector. Hence, the founders came up with Pokémon Adventures manga. The manga tells the story of player Red as he travels throughout the world of Pokémon and catches and trains more different Pokémon creatures in the battles. Despite the gaming arena, the Japanese franchise now urges to get started in the media industry. Hence, in 1997, the Pocket Monster original release became public. The anime revolved around the main character Ash Ketchum and his journey to becoming the Pokémon Master. But you know what? This leading entertainment franchise didn't stop there, but continued to grow with more and more entertainment versatility. Hence, in March 1998, the company released the ever-favorite Pokémon Pikachu. The journey was still on the go, and the good part is it's in full swing even in 2023. For sure, it's a long journey, but it's worth it so well. In a similar year, Pocket Masters released the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, which was a massive hit of the time based on the story of original gaming characters. Anyway, if we are digging further, history will never end since Pokémon still gets wide popularity and love. But for a little more background, let's walk a bit extra. So 1998 was a blessing year for the franchise since Nintendo spent $25 million to promote the gaming and anime series to the Western world. Though every one of the companies was afraid of whether it would be accepted, it gained so much praise and recognition. With that, the franchise continued to evolve with more exciting projects and released new concepts every time, such as more movies, series, and mobile apps like Pokémon Go in 2016. However, as the company has just down to 25 years, it released 2 additional titles for the Nintendo Switch: Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and Pokémon Legends Arceus. Also, the 9th generation of the game series, Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, was released on November 18, 2022. Why did the company rose to this much success? Don't you think this would be so absurd to think why Pokémon got such success? because we already know how much this anime is close to everyone's heart. Though they are wild and captured by humans, the good part is from a child under the coat to an adult of 15. It's for all sizes of humans. Its fans have been close to it from the core since when Pokémon launched its first game at the very beginning. The children of that time started playing and evolving. When they grew up, Pokémon got more in diversification, and the fun of childhood was eventually converted into more advanced video gaming. Hence, everyone gets it so closely since it's a memory for thousands of peeps. Secondly, the Pokémon game's versatility is something beyond the fantasies, and why it shouldn't be. It's been in the market for the hell of 3 decades. But do you know what Pokémon's biggest hits were? You probably get what I'm going to talk about. Yes, Pokémon Go is something that outreaches its audience from every aspect. It not only bounded its players to roam in the mobile realm, but also allows players to walk and catch virtual Pokémon in their natural world. This was something massive to engage its audience even in real time, and for people of older ages, Pokémon Go was highly preferred in the market. Despite this, Pokémon's reach in every media market, like movies, TV, anime series, games, fashion, etc., makes it even closer to the public. And that's why the franchise is worth over a whopping $100 billion. And the icing on the cake is Pokémon introducing new characters in its games, which hooks the audience even more. Its anime series is widely applauded as it makes people relate to it every time a little more. You may wonder how. Hold on, let me explain. Who doesn't want to win the battle every time? Who doesn't love and adore superpowers? And most importantly, who doesn't find cute little Pikachu? This is what the Pocket Masters do every time. Every freaking episode of anime revolves around these factors. To be good and win with powers is something always exciting. Hence, people love it wholeheartedly. Also, this makes the viewers go further in pursuing their dreams and cherishing their wild fantasies with more energy. However, it's also being said that Pokémon didn't get much recognition if they were bound to animes only, because its versatility is what lets people enter the realm themselves and get to play with Pokémon in real time. However, if we sum up its success in a nutshell, it is illustrious that the franchise is more audience-focused and always comes up with content that makes people feel relatable. It's indeed audience-centric with some strategic marketing skills. The never-ending Pokémon's diversification. If we say Pokémon and the franchise are highly versatile, it doesn't ever mean the cartoon is adaptable from every end, or everyone finds it relatable to their thoughts, but no. Pokémon's never-ending diversification makes it versatile every freaking time. From music to games, there is nothing where you can't find Pikachu and his master. They are everywhere with their powers and gadgets, making people love and engage with them madly. Pokémon anime is something everyone loves deeply because it's a treat after gaming the same characters in virtual reality. For the first time in history in 2013, Pokémon introduced its anime show, which caught the hype from every perspective. The series follows the adventures of a young Pokémon trainer named Ash Ketchum, who travels the world with his friends and Pokémon catching new Pokémon and competing in its battles and fights. More than 1,000 episodes of this anime have been aired in Japan and outside of the world. Its dubbed version is also part of many international TV channels worldwide. Despite the animes, Pokémon video games are also very famous and are played by adults to elders. The games are all about taking over the powers in the fictional world. The young players are on a mission to catch and train creatures and battle with other gym leaders and elites to become the ultimate Pokémon champion. However, the gameplay is mainly centered around turn-based fights between the player's Pokémon and those of non-player characters. Players can capture wild Pokémon using Pokéballs and then train and battle with them. As the players move forwards with the game, they can even evolve with their Pokémon more to gain and increase their superpowers. Furthermore, there are other spin-off games such as the Pokémon Mystery Dungeon series, the Pokémon Ranger series, and the Pokémon Stadium series. There are more mobile games than Pokémon Go like Pokémon Masters, and also expanded manga, anime, trading card games, movies, and soundtracks. Also, the Pokémon series is divided into approximately 8 generations, each with more exciting storylines, characters, and superpowers. Like the first generation, it's about basic gameplay of capturing, training, and battling with Pokémon. But the second generation introduced new features such as the day and night cycles and the ability to breed Pokémon creatures. So as that, every successive generation of the game has such advancements with more and more exciting features to engage the audience. So that's all about your favorite Pokémon. Don't forget to tell us which Pokémon is your favorite. Also, subscribe to our channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Until next time.